Uzi. The Uzi is a family of Israeli open-bolt, blowback-operated submachine guns and machine pistols first designed by Major Uziel Uzigal in the late 1940s, shortly after the establishment of the State of Israel. It is one of the first weapons to incorporate a telescoping bolt design, which allows the magazine to be housed in the pistol grip for a shorter weapon. The Uzi prototype was finished in 1950. It was first introduced to Israel Defense Forces Special Forces in 1954, and the weapon was placed into general issue 2 years later. The IDF supplied Uzis to rear echelon troops, officers, artillery troops and tank crews, as well as a frontline weapon by elite light infantry assault forces. The Uzi has been exported to over 90 countries. Over its service lifetime, it has been manufactured by Israel Military Industries, FN Airstahl, and other manufacturers. From the 1960s through to the 1980s, more Uzi submachine guns were sold to more military, law enforcement and security markets than any other submachine gun ever made. The Uzi uses an open-bolt, blowback-operated design, quite similar to the Yaroslav Holicek design Czech CK476, prototype only, and the production Sa-23, Sa-24, Sa-25, and Sa-26 series of submachine guns. The open-bolt design exposes the breech end of the barrel, and improves cooling during periods of continuous fire. However, it means that since the bolt is held to the rear when cocked, the receiver is more susceptible to contamination from sand and dirt. It uses a telescoping bolt design, in which the bolt wraps around the breech end of the barrel. This allows the barrel to be moved far back into the receiver and the magazine to be housed in the pistol grip, allowing for a heavier, slower firing bolt and a shorter, better balanced weapon. The weapon is constructed primarily from stamped sheet metal, making it less expensive per unit to manufacture than an equivalent design machined from forgings. With relatively few moving parts, the Uzi is easy to strip for maintenance or repair. The magazine is housed within the pistol grip, allowing for intuitive and easy reloading in dark or difficult conditions, under the principle of hand finds hand. The pistol grip is fitted with a grip safety, making it difficult to fire accidentally. However, the protruding vertical magazine makes the gun awkward to fire when prone. The Uzi features a bayonet lug. The non-reciprocating charging handle on the top of the receiver cover is used to retract the bolt. Variants have a ratchet safety mechanism which will catch the bolt and lock its movement if it is retracted past the magazine, but not far enough to engage the sear. When the handle is fully retracted to the rear, the bolt will catch on the sear mechanism and the handle and cover are released to spring fully forward under power of a small spring. The cover will remain forward during firing since it does not reciprocate with the bolt. The military and police versions will fire immediately upon chambering a cartridge as the Uzi is an open-bolt weapon. There are 2 external safety mechanisms on the Uzi. The first is the 3-position selector lever located at the top of the grip and behind the trigger group. The rear position is S, or safe, which locks the sear and prevents movement of the bolt. The second external safety mechanism is the grip safety, which is located at the rear of the grip. It is meant to help prevent accidental discharge if the weapon is dropped or the user loses a firm grip on the weapon during firing. The trigger mechanism is a conventional firearm trigger, but functions only to control the release mechanism for either the bolt, submachine gun, or firing pin holding mechanism, semi-auto, since the Uzi does not incorporate an internal cocking or hammer mechanism. While the open-bolt system is mechanically simpler than a closed-bolt design, for example Heckler & Koch MP5, it creates a noticeable delay between when the trigger is pulled and when the gun fires.